Warden sir, sub-warden sir, our staff, our support staff, beloved teachers, and my fellow brothers. Good morning to you all. I am standing before you today having to deliver a valedictorian speech. But in simpler terms, I would say that this is my last message to you boys before I leave and my batch. I know it's hot, you probably want to sit down, or you're either one of these two people. You either want to be done with your exam as soon as possible and get home, or you are in a hurry to do your exam because you don't want the information you obtained in your all-nighter to be forgotten. Regardless, I hope you listen either way. It's not every day that you are going to hear what you are about to. To make this easy for you, I have 3 stories that I want to share with you. And from these stories were lessons that made me who I am today. 4.5 years ago, there was a boy in St. Thomas's who was mischievous. He had almost nothing in terms of legacy. He lived in the shadow of his brother and was always compared but not understood. He was still figuring out his place in the world, doing what everyone else was doing, just so he could fit in. He never thought twice about the choices he made, and he just went through the motions in life. One day, this boy decided that he was going to jump school. He was kicked out of class and was told to leave if he wanted to. So, what did this boy do? He left. He thought, you know what? If he doesn't want me here, I don't need to be there. And he did just that and left the classroom. Inevitably, the next week, this boy was caught, and not even with dignity. The reason the people in charge were able to make out his face was because this boy decided to wave a goodbye at the security cameras while he was leaving school. This boy got caught inevitably the next week. He was suspended, and as a result of his suspension, while being a colorsman, he was not allowed to play the Valedictorian. He was not allowed to go for practice. He was told to stay at home. He was told that he had to do his withdrawal separately. He was told that he wouldn't sum up to anything great. He was told that he tarnished his brother's name. He was told that he let down his team. And he was told that he did not deserve his colors and they will be taken from him. And he was told that he might as well leave school and start a foundation course because his life won't sum up to anything great when he was in school. That day that boy went home, after being told all this, he went to his balcony and sat down on the floor and looked up to the sky and wondered what has his life come to. A year went by and this boy got to know this person called Jesus. He decided to make his own choices regardless of the societal structure before him and the peer pressure for that matter. He began to seek God and be the best person that he could be. Another year went by and the house prefectship applications came out. He applied for it but didn't get it. Without even batting an eyelid, he carried on with his journey of following Jesus and doing what he loved. After a few months, the applications for the 3rd batch of house prefects came out. And he thought, you know what? Let's give this another shot. Let's apply one more time. The worst that could happen was that he would get rejected. But that never mattered to him in the first place. He just wanted to serve and give back because of the mistake he made 4 years ago. And if he did not get the chance to do that either, that didn't matter because his purpose was to serve either way. After a week, he was told he was being appointed as a house prefect. He knew that this was a responsibility to do more and not an opportunity to do less. He continued his path, trying to be the best he could each day. Some time went by, and he was told he was going to be appointed as a college prefect in the 3rd batch. He was honored that he got this. He was ready to face any challenge yet again, and always looked for what he could do more for school. A little more time went by, and a few months down the line, he was told he was going to be appointed as the head prefect of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. And that same day, after he went home, after hearing all this, he went and sat in the same place he sat in 4 years ago on that balcony, and looked up to the sky and thought to himself, there is definitely a God up there. And today, that boy is talking to you. Today, I want all of you to remember that you always are and always will be one choice away from a different life, one decision away from a better life. And it's up to you to make that change. No matter how much I can speak to you today, no matter how much your parents try, no matter how much your teachers try, no matter how much your friends try to speak to you, if you are not willing to change, then you won't change. Be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. Stand up for what you believe in. Even if you are not liked, you will be respected in the future. In a world where a man is without values or character, don't settle for that. Don't even settle for the bare minimum. You are more, and you always will be more, if you are willing to choose to change. The second story I have for you all is not just for a sportsman or a ruggerite. This story is one for those who are yet to believe in themselves. Remember the key word, yet to believe in yourself. I started rugby at the end of February under the captaincy of Lashandra De Silva. The Trinity tournament was to be played in a month. I couldn't even catch a ball, let alone pass it. I didn't know how to run in a line without being behind the player next to me. I was an alien to the sport. Time went by and the team was announced, and I was told I was not selected for the upcoming Trinity tournament played in March. I was upset, but I understood I was not good enough. There were better players than me. I remember speaking to my best friend Jono, and I told him, do not sugarcoat anything, but to tell me honestly, if he thought that I had a chance of playing the next season. And he very bluntly told me, Johnny, you started late, you don't know the game yet. And the players you have to compete with are those who have been playing this sport all their life. If you wanted to play wing, I would understand. But you want to play in the pack, you need to know the game. It's then that I realized that there was only one thing I knew about rugby, and it was that I loved that sport. And the second thing was, related to that, was that I am willing to do anything for what I love. On the day of the Trinity match, I was on duty. I was walking around the grounds, and after the boys won, I didn't celebrate with them because I was with Blazer. But I did something else. I went to the try line that day at Havelock Park, and I plucked grass from the try line that day. And I told myself, the next time I am on this field, the next time I come to Havelock Park, I will be a first 15 rugby player wearing that jersey. Come June, the season started, and that day when we went to Havelock Park, I was wearing that jersey. I played for the last 15 minutes of the game, and I thought to myself, this is not enough. I can be better, or I can die trying. So I said to myself, the next time I come to this ground, I will be the best flanker or the best second row that St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia will have. And I will play every minute of every game, no matter what anyone says. Because I knew there was no one willing to work as hard as the wolf that was climbing up the mountain. And just like that, the next time I was there at Havelock Park, I did exactly what I told myself I will do. And the rest is history. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small does not serve this world, nor does it serve your school. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure about you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God within us. And it is not just in some of us, it is in all of you here today. It is in everyone in the world. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. So to all of you today, if you have a dream, you protect it. And if it's crazy and if it seems impossible, make sure you go for it. Why be mediocre? Why live thinking what if? Why listen to the limitations that other people put on you? We simply must do and believe in ourselves regardless of what, and we will achieve great heights in life. Finally, the last story. I wouldn't even call it a story, to be honest. So every day when I come to school and after the chapel service is done and everyone leaves, I go to the left side where the hymn number is put up and I take a seat there in front of the pillar. I sit there every day and I fix my gaze upon Jesus. But before I pray to Him, I make sure I switch on a fan. I mean, it's hot, right? 7 out of 10 times, that fan is already directed at one place and at the chair which is right next to it. But those few times that fan is rotating, those last 3 times. But those few times where it is rotating, I have to get up from my seat and I have to put the knob up so that this fan will only be directed at me. I have to make sure the fan stops rotating so it will only be directed at me while I'm gazing upon Jesus. It's frustrating, right? Sounds annoying. No, I'm wrong. It was then that I realized that at least one person today was thinking about everyone else sitting around him and not thinking about himself only. Every day after that, when I walk up to the front, I would sit down first before switching on the fan. And before I even do that, I am just hoping that I'm proved wrong. I am just hoping that that knob is put down and it's already rotating. And I am hoping that I have to get up from my seat to stop the fan from rotating. Because it is then that I know that today someone thought about the person sitting next to him and not about himself like I did. I hope all of you remember this. And as you progress in life, you live for something bigger than yourself. Always put the other person before you. What's the point of living for yourself? Why not make someone else smile? Why not say good morning and greet someone else? Why not help those who are down? Would you not wish to be treated like that? Would you not wish to have a shoulder to cry on? So if you wish that upon yourself, why not do the same for someone else? Why not be that person for your brother next to you? So before you go do anything in life, try to think about the next person. Maybe you might even save his life. Before I end, if anyone had to ask me if I wish to be appointed with anyone else, I would tell them damn straight no. Sadanyan, Janit, Dudik, Geran, Sankesh, Liam, Pravish, Atil, Sam, Abu, Aiden, Ian, Irosh, Jono, Chari and Arita, and the rest of the boys that left. If I had to be appointed and if I was told that I could do it all differently, I'll tell you today, I will never do it differently. If I had to do it all the same, if I had to meet the same people I did, if I had to have the same house prefects, I'd do it the same. I'd do it the same over and over again, because I know that all of you all were worth it. All of you all made my time more enjoyable. All of you all proved me right every time, why I believed that I was in the best batch that could ever be appointed. All of you all made me believe that love really does exist. All of you guys showed me that you all could live for something bigger than yourselves. So thank you everyone for listening to what I had to say today. I hope you understood the times I disciplined you all. Cherish the times I tore your prefect rosters. And more than all that, I hope I gave you something you can look up to for the years to come. Thank you everyone. Yours truly, J.N. Dayaler. God bless you and esto perpetua.